big day yesterday. A lot of people got a chance to see their sons for the first time at their golf tournament. $138,000 raised for the Ottawa Senators Foundation. But now it's really down to the job on the ice as they begin training camp. And joining us to talk about this, CTV Ottawa Sports Director Terry Marcotte, as well as from the Team 1200, Steve Lloyd. Great to have the two of you guys here.
Good morning. Nice to be here.
It was nice. You finally saw the guys in a more official capacity yesterday at the golf event.
Yeah, it always feels like a short summer, but especially this year with the elongated season because of the shortened start to the season. They're excited. You can tell. Everybody's sick and tired of golf and working out, and today's not a fun day for them at all. They always complain about medicals, but they're really looking forward to tomorrow when they're actually on the ice.
Well, there's an exciting buzz, I think, around knowing that they're back. People can actually take in some of the practices, the open ice at the Bell Sensplex. The big question, though, and I know it's going to be something you guys are asking a lot of, and we'll see very shortly, the captaincy. And so I want your thoughts on what we're seeing, especially with Spezza and Phillips at the front runners.
It'll be one of those two. It'll be Chris Phillips or Jason Spezza. I think both would be good picks. I would, if I were the Ottawa Senators, I'd be looking pretty seriously at Jason Spezza. He's in the wheelhouse of his career right now. He's hasn't got a lot of contract time left, and this would be a plum to say, this is your team, Jason. Take it and run with it.
But you can't just give a captaincy based on, because remember Alexei Yashin. Oh, if we make him captain, he'll be happy, and and I'm not comparing the two. I'm just saying that's a situation that's somewhat comparable. But just to add to your point, I agree. I think it should be Jason Spezza. Chris Phillips would be a great choice as well, but I think it should be Spezza. Anybody that's followed the team closely the last number of years, Alfie's been the captain, but Spezza really, he does a lot of the organizing with the whole group and keeps the cliques apart, keeps the team together, organizes things. He's a leader. He's kind of been a pseudo-captain in many ways the last number of years anyway. I think it's a natural progression for him to get the C now.
Well, I mean, you're coming off of 14 years of having Daniel Alfredson here as the captain, 17 with him on the team, so it's going to be a ton of changes, and so that's one of the things we'll be watching for. We also get to see Bobby Ryan on the ice. Is there an excitement there of at least seeing the players, and we kind of understand what the combinations are going to be as well?
He'll be starting out playing with Jason Spezza and Milan Michalek, and I'm excited about it. I mean, if you look at Ottawa as a cap team, and a team that a self-imposed cap, so you're not going to be able to have everything you want. I mean, if you're looking at a Bobby Ryan for Daniel Alfredson, I think Ottawa did pretty well on the ice by picking up a Bobby Ryan.
Yeah, I think you'd be hard-pressed to find anybody in the league right now that would say that Daniel Alfredson is a better pure hockey player than Bobby Ryan is right now. Like, Alfredson brings other intangibles, especially in this community and on this particular team. It's still nice to have both, right? But Bobby Ryan, he's a better player at this point in his career, and he should really help.
Do you like, I mean, looking at the next three lines that come out of that, do you like how Coach McLean has done some of these pairings? You've got MacArthur, Turris, and Conacher kind of paired right now on the second line.
Well, I think it's going to be Turris and MacArthur for sure, and then it's audition time. It's Conacher, it's Hoffman, it's Stone, it's
Corey Conacher has the inside track. I mean, it's his job to lose. But I agree. I think it's wide open who plays in that second line.
And then you can see there. So these are kind of what we're anticipating.
Well, that fourth line, what you see with Greening, Pajot, and Condra, that's how they ended the playoffs, and that was their best line against Pittsburgh. So I think they'll probably start with something like that. I think Smith is a candidate to go to the wing because they have too many centers right now, especially since Coach McLean says he wants Zibanejad in the middle to see how that goes.
You look at those combinations, though, and if you're a young guy trying to crack into that team, there's not a lot of opportunity to fit in there. The opportunity will be on that second line, and I think that's where the audition is going to be. I think Corey Conacher has to have a good camp to hold on to his spot, not only on that line, but with the team, and I think it's otherwise it's pretty well set.
I want to, if we can, quickly go to the defensive pairings, because of course the big story will also be watching Carlson coming back. I mean, he came back after a quick, I couldn't believe how quickly he came back from that injury with the Achilles. What do you see right now? How do you feel about him?
Oh, Erik Karlsson. Well, we spoke to him yesterday because we were at the golf tournament, had him on air, and my colleague Jason York, asked him. He says, "We all think you were around 60% in the playoffs," and his answer was probably less.
Wow.
Yeah. So
really,
that's the first time he's publicly admitted how tough it was to come back from that Achilles, because he always downplayed it. He didn't want to use it as an excuse, but we could see, you watch him, he got worse and worse in the playoffs.
That says a lot of about the guy's character, though.
Absolutely.
And that's why he'll be a captain down the road someday.
So, but he says he doesn't think anything's going to hinder him the way he used to play before the injury. He just says it does feel different. It's going to take some adjusting. He's lost some nerves after having the Achilles lacerated. So, you know, all eyes will be on him. We're all going to be watching closely to see if we see that same dynamic player, but he says he'll be back.
And you'll watch him on the ice, but also off ice, you know, how he's walking.
He was walking fine yesterday.
Yes.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
Yeah.
You're good. Okay, and of course, at least there's not this crazy controversy over goaltending there ever really, as we have the two, Craig Anderson and Robin Lehner. We've run out of time.
All right.
I'm sure we'll be talking to you plenty over the course of the next couple of weeks as training camp gets underway to hit the ice tomorrow.
All right.
Sounds
Okay.
good. Thanks.